All right, so we're here on another special Couch Coach Live. We're doing Super Week, and I got my guy, Darren Smith, live from Radio Row. What's going on, Darren?
Not much. Thank you so much for having me. Just another day down here on Radio Road, a little slow but easy, and just waiting for Sunday to come, man. Let's get this game started.
I know, right? So, how's Tampa treating you so far? I know we're about midweek. So, how's Tampa treating you?
It's treating me good. Actually, I don't have any real complaints right now. Just like I said, it's kind of slow moving, here in the city. But again, the Tampa for me personally has been treating me just good.
That's great. That's great. So, what is the biggest storyline in your opinion? Heading to this matchup with Tampa Bay in Super Bowl 55.
A storyline obviously would be Patrick Mahomes versus Tom Brady, but the storyline coming out of Kansas City, of course, is the fact that they'll be without a couple of their offensive linemen, but actually both of their tackles, Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz. But the key to that, and on top of that, they got a couple of players that are out at the moment until they, if they continue to test negative, they'll be okay the play Sunday. They're down a wide receiver as well as a lineman as well. So that's going to be key, making sure that they get those players back. Because right now the Chiefs only have 6 healthy offensive linemen going into Sunday's Super Bowl matchup against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So all in all, on the Chiefs side, that's kind of critical. On the Buck side, obviously, will Antonio Brown be able to play Sunday? I mean, it's not that big of a storyline, but but it is, but it is what it is. I mean, we'll see. But the key is going to be, Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes both standing up against the opposing team's pressure on defense.
Absolutely. And also, so so what are your thoughts on this season? Just collectively.
Well, to be quite honest, I'm impressed that the NFL was able to get this far. They obviously had a few games that were moved, but they didn't have any cancellations, even amidst some of the outbreaks that they had early on in the season. The fact that they're able to get to this point and it was, I think, maybe about 5 days away, 4 or 5 days away from the end of the season. I think it's safe to say that the NFL, they were determined to get this season played, and they were determined to get this season completed. And again, to their credit, they were able to do it and do it pretty much successfully as well.
Absolutely. So, what is the biggest strength of your opponent, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, in your opinion?
Well, the biggest strength is obviously Tom Brady. I mean, without him, they don't get here. So you have to respect the fact that this is the man's 10th Super Bowl in his career. I mean, like there's only been 55 of them played, and he's been to almost a fifth of them. I mean, that says a lot about him and his leadership. So the Bucks follow his wherever he goes, they follow. The defense as well, though, is to be commended and to be respected because that defense played much of a part in them getting here, as well as Tom Brady. Because if you remember in the NFC Championship game, Tom Brady threw 3 second half interceptions, and it's still to this day it baffles me how they won the game. I had them winning the game, but I never had Tom Brady throwing 3 second half interceptions where it looked like he was trying to give the game away.
Right. Yeah, that was definitely kind of very shocking in that regard. So, what is the biggest weakness for Kansas City in this matchup?
Their biggest weakness is obviously going to be their offensive line because they're down 2 starters. But that being the case, I mean, this is a chance for Andy Reid on the highest stage to be able to show what he's able to do with 2 weeks of preparation. I think he's 19-5 following a bye, and so this is another bye week for the Chiefs, and they're handling everything as though as if it's a regular road game. So they're not leaving to come down to Tampa until Saturday, and they'll go right back after the game on Sunday, excuse me, win or lose. So I think the biggest weakness is their offensive line and the health of it. But I only say that to say that because they're down to 6 players. But Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback who is not beholden to dropping back and being protected by the pocket. If you notice throughout his career, he makes a lot of plays outside the pocket, running around trying to have the defense break down. So if he's able to do that successfully, of course, if you're the defense, you're going to have to, decide if you're going to try to come after Patrick, and if you do, you're going to leave somebody open, or if you don't, then you allow Patrick to run through.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's like you said, the O line is definitely critical in this definitely matchup.
Yeah.
Having those guys without, especially with that fierce Tampa Bay front seven, that's definitely going to be posed as an issue potentially.
Yep.
Yeah. So, what is the matchup to watch in your personal opinion in this matchup?
It's gonna be be quite honest. It's gonna be which team. Well, the matchup to watch is going to be what Tampa Bay's defense does against Tyreek Hill. The last time these two teams played, Tyreek Hill burnt them for well over 200 yards in the first quarter, and for whatever reason they decided to have them single covered. I don't know why they did what they did, but that's what they did. And I was talking to Steve Weiss from the NFL Network today. There's just no way that they're gonna allow that to happen again. The second time around. So hopefully, above all things, that they'll be able to get they'll have a better chance of defending Tyreek Hill this time around. No, not too much though. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to defend him too much in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's where the game broke open in that Week 12 matchup. Essentially, those plays by Tyreek Hill that pretty much, broke the, pretty much was the reason of that victory in Week 12.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and look, they made adjustments in the second quarter and in the second half, but look, I joke around and say that that the corner must have been on some kind of punishment, because there's no way that Tampa Bay actually thought that they were going to be able to defend Tyreek Hill with just one defender. Which again, they learned a valuable lesson, and we'll just have to see how they adjust the second time around.
Yeah, and that's going to be kind of the interesting thing where now it's funny because you look at how Tampa Bay, that was their last loss.
Yeah.
And then it's almost like, and it's after that loss, it seemed like everything kind of came together and meshed that how we looked at it in the preseason. So definitely interesting.
Yeah, no. If you're Tampa Bay, one that loss came right before their bye week, so they got a chance to kind of recoup, and they got a chance to actually, Tom Brady, I guess, kind of was able to put the New England offense in, so to speak, kind of stall that offense in. So now you got a mixture of the running backs and the flats being able to catch passes from Tom Brady, but then you also you still got Bruce Arians, big play offense where he's a no risk it, no biscuit, where he throws the ball down the field. So that being the case, you get the best of both worlds. The thing is, if you're Kansas City, one, you gotta be mindful, you gotta be respectful of this offense, because they are surrounded by great talent. Now they're young and they're inexperienced as it relates to what they're about to face in the Super Bowl this week. But look, Brady's got two Pro Bowl wide receivers, and Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. Of course, he still has Antonio Brown. You got the tight ends. You got Rob Gronkowski. You got two solid running backs, and Ronald Jones the second, and of course Leonard Fournette. And look, and like I said, a defense that is playing lights out. I think they've forced 7 turnovers in the playoffs so far. So again, the Chiefs, while I think they'll win, it's going to be important that they do not turn the ball over in the game Sunday.
Okay, perfect. And actually, and I'm actually to perfect to allude to this one. So, what are also the other keys to a Chiefs victory in your opinion?
Oh, it's just Patrick Mahomes, and basically, if Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill, if they just do what they did in the AFC Championship game, I think it will easily be a long night for Tampa Bay. Look, they combined for 22 catches and almost 300 yards against the Cleveland Browns. Now, again, don't get me wrong, I have respect for what Todd Bowles and the defense can do, but if they don't get pressure on Patrick Mahomes will make them pay for it. So it's going to be important for them. Like I said, I'm not someone that's going to like try to reveal secrets for Tampa Bay to go out and beat the team with, but hey, if it happens, it happens.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna put you on the high seat. So your prediction for this game, score prediction.
I don't have a score prediction just yet because I plan on betting money on the game, and so I generally, as I do all the time, I try to have my score consistent from show to show. But the fact that the Chiefs, outside of the AFC Championship game, which I predicted they would do, which is cover the point spread, they haven't done so over the last couple of months. And with it being a 3-point ball game, I do believe it's going to be a close game, but I believe it's going to be where the Chiefs have like a two-score game, and it comes down to the end where Tom Brady maybe gets a late touchdown and makes the score look more respectable. I don't know if it's going to be a 10-point game or a 14-point game when that happens in my mind. And so because they're only a 3-point favorite, I'm mindful of if I place a bet that they have to win by either three or more because I think 3 points is the push. So that's the reason why I don't have a score just yet, and I really have to sleep and pray on it because, like I said, I mean, I'm gonna be betting money, so I'm not trying to throw a score out there where I don't believe it's going to fall in place. Right now, I have money on Patrick throwing for 5 touchdowns, so he has to. So the team has the least score, I believe, 30 points or whatever. That's if Harrison Butker were to miss all of his field goals, extra points. So right now, I'm leaning the Chiefs, maybe 35, 41 points, but I just haven't come up with a final score yet.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to avoid it. I really just don't know.
Yeah, and then right, because it's early. I've been on it. People asking me, and I'm like, that's a little too early so far. It's Wednesday. I still kind of, like you said, get the feel and everything. It is early. I would do it.
Yeah.
I would definitely admit that. But we'll be definitely looking forward to your prediction for that. So let's put a bow on this preview. So Darren, where can they find you on social media?
Or you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Darren Smith WHB. And you can, if you tune into the show, I am on Monday through Fridays from 3 to 4 p.m. Central on ESPN Kansas City, which you can listen to on www.1510.com, or you can go to my Facebook page. I simulcast the show every day.
And once again, Darren, definitely appreciate you for coming on to this week's Couch Coach Live for the preview.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck. Yeah, no problem, man. And good luck on Sunday, man. And have some fun.
Oh, I plan on it. Look, whether they win or lose, I plan on going to the casino. So that's one
Nice.
thing I have to do since I haven't been down there yet. So
Yeah. So definitely appreciate that, Darren. And thank you so much. And this is Couch Coach Live.